get set up. Oh. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Paris Taylor. Go ahead and subscribe if you clicked on the video. Today, well, I need to do my hair. I'm going to a wedding in a few days, and I literally threw this wig on and haven't done anything to it. So I need to, well, I'm going to try to fix it up, and if I can't fix it up, then I'm going to have to have one of my sisters do a hairstyle for me. But today I wanted to kind of like talk about something. Let me pull up my notes, because I did write some things down. So, I'm turning 30 later this year in October. I'm not nervous about, I should take my ring off. I'm not nervous about turning 30. I'm actually like pretty excited, because I feel like I've always been kind of a late bloomer. Like, I tend to accomplish things at a later pace than most people within my age group. So like, I don't feel like I've accomplished a lot of the like milestones that others or my peers have. And I don't know, I feel very optimistic about turning 30, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, I know sometimes, especially as women, we feel like some sort of like sense of doom when it comes to 30, but I don't know, I feel like this is going to be the best decade of my life. Like, I feel like my 20s were just full of me learning lessons. And I feel like my 30s is going to be like me being able to actually live and enjoy. Not saying that I'm not living or enjoying right now, but just on a grander scale. Like, I feel like everything's going to be 10 times better for whatever reason. And also, it kind of feels like this is a time where I could start over in life. Like, anything that I'm not happy with, if right now feels like a great time to address, change it, make adjustments, so that way I could, like, you know, be happy and content with my life decisions. I feel like I did a good enough job in my 20s. Like, I did the best that I could with the cards I was dealt with. Like, of course, I think anybody is gonna always feel like they wish for different things. But I think overall I've done a good job about keeping myself level-headed. Like, I've definitely like made some decisions that set me back, like weren't the smartest, whether that was in my personal life, financially, career-wise. This is still crooked as ever. What the heck? Hold on. Yeah, that's crooked as heck. I've definitely done things I regret. But like, luckily, I feel like I've come out 90% unscathed from all the bad decisions I've made. Like, there's nothing permanent. You know, like, I don't have kids. I don't have, like, I'm not attached to any trifling baby daddy. I didn't go and get married at a young age. I've never been to jail, prison, nothing like that. Didn't do drugs. So, I feel like I did a pretty decent job of not permanently ruining anything. But now I feel like with my 30s, It's more about I've learned my lessons. Now it's time to just use those lessons to like make a better life for myself. Because I've always felt like I was meant to be successful in some sense. It's just like things just don't work out the way I thought they were. Like, I was always very smart growing up. But I think because I was smart, I didn't always apply myself as hard as I should have. And that resulted, like, ultimately, I never went to college as a kid. And I wanted to go. And it's crazy. I don't even know if I told my family about this. I think I've only told my younger sister about this. I had a full ride scholarship to Savannah State University. Like, I could have went to college for free, but it was like, I don't know what was going on my senior year, but I just felt, it's like I wasn't talking to anybody about anything that was going on. So it's like I got the full ride from Savannah State, but I wanted to go to Georgia State. And I guess I just didn't understand how serious things were. And I just assumed that like financial aid would be enough to cover whatever my expenses were to go to Georgia State. And it ended up not being the case. I didn't have enough money. And like, I didn't have anyone in my family that could get a loan for me to go. And like, I think, well, not that thing. There were a lot of other things, like my grandmother. That was the year that her, she had leukemia. And that was the year she ended up passing away. But that was like a tough time, I think. Just before her passing, there was a lot going on. So that's why I didn't end up going to college. Not because I didn't want to. And then, like, of course, I ended up falling into like that cycle of like, okay, I'm working, trying to save money to go to school, but then it's like you just get caught up in life in general. And the next thing you know, I never quite made it. Luckily though, you know, me being the ultimate finesser, like, despite me not going to college, like, the fact that I've worked at the places I've worked at, it's like amazing. Like, not going to college is something that I'm not ashamed about it. Like, if anything, I feel like it makes me smarter than a lot of the people I work with. That sounds bad, but it's true. Like, I did this by myself. You know? I don't know. It kind of gives me a sense of pride, I feel like. In a weird way. But, just like things like that, I feel like is now, okay. That was something that happened when I was in my teens that I feel like had an ongoing effect in my 20s, and now I feel like, okay, we're past that. That doesn't even matter anymore. Me not going to college is like a non-factor at this point. Like, who cares? I'm far enough in my career, like, if I stay in the field that I'm in, where I could continue to finesse and it won't really matter. Ignore my armpits. I'm gonna do all my maintenance closer to the wedding, okay? But my point being, though, like, I've made it far enough in my career where I could like keep going. It's just a matter of if AI ends up screwing my field over or not. Because I work in advertising sales, and if you know, you know. I started working in this field in 2026 officially, like a few months right before everything hit the fan, and it's been downhill ever since. Wow, this is not working. I think it's like glued shut. And now, like, this field, it's been a struggle, but luckily, I personally have not been laid off. But it's like there's always this looming threat of feeling like I might get laid off. Because you just never know. You really don't. And like, it doesn't even matter how good you are, what qualifications you are. Any and everybody have been getting laid off. Like, even when I was at Google, like, there was some extremely qualified people getting laid off that, like, you wouldn't think in a million years they would want to get rid of. But nope, folks was getting the boot like it wasn't nothing. So it's like, for people like me, we're like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm unqualified. It's like that imposter syndrome kicking real bad. But I don't know. I don't have a dream career. I just want to like live life, which I feel like is something a lot of people in my age group were kind of at that point. Like, because we've seen how following the rules didn't work. It's people who follow the rules and their lives are terrible. Then there are people who didn't follow the rules and like everything's been swell for them. Everything is just weird. And it's like we're all just trying to get by doing whatever. It's like nothing's guaranteed. I think growing up we were all told that if you do X, then do Y, you'll get Z. And like that was how you're supposed to live life. But really it's been like people did X, got in debt to do Y, then Z just kind of disappeared on a lot of people in this generation. And like I know it affects people in like other generations, but I feel like the rug pull is felt very, very strongly by like that millennial Gen Z group of people. It's just crazy. It's all so crazy. And it sucks because like there's no answer to what we're supposed to be doing. Nobody knows what's about to happen. Everybody's just winging it, hoping for the best. Because like by previous standards, at my age, with the amount of time I've been in my field, 4 years, like that's pretty stable. Like I should be, you know, making a certain amount of money given my experience, especially with the companies I've worked at. But it's like they don't care. It's people with 10 years of experience who've gone to some of the top colleges who can't get a response back from these jobs. Like if you're on LinkedIn, you know how bad it is. It's real bad. But like despite all of that, I still feel very hopeful about turning 30. I'm not scared. Like I feel like I've done so much and learned so much. It's like my 30s have no choice but to be amazing. They just gotta be. Like it logically, it doesn't make sense for my 30s to not be an amazing time for me, you know? And I feel like also I have a better sense of who I am as a person too. Because when you're just trying to like get by, I think you can't really develop your personality. Like I feel like that's not the real version of people when they're just trying to get by. I think the real you happens once you reach your place of happiness and peace. And then that's when you start to see like what you're really like and who you really are. And I feel like that's what my 30s are going to be all about. Like, I feel like life is like, despite all of the unknown, I feel like life is like just settling in. Settling into me, settling into... Oh, which way did I do that? I forgot. It's okay. I'll do mix and match if I need to. Yeah, I definitely curled it that other one, the other way. Yeah, let me undo that. Girl, you got to stay up. And then my camera's about to die. I thought I need a different camera. This is not good for filming in like long extended shoots. Battery. I was about to be so mad if I couldn't find my charger. I use my MacBook charger. That's probably also the reason why my battery doesn't last long. But you know, a girl's gotta do what she's got to do. Alright, we back in business. I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, yeah, I think that's how I was curling it, because there's no way I was doing it the other way. If you know who Alabama Barker is and how she curls her hair, she's like a pro. I'll probably never reach that level because I really rarely wear wigs, but I do a decent enough job, yeah. And what I think is I'll do the overnight curler just to keep... Oh, that's terrible. That one is not a good curl. What am I doing wrong? I probably should have watched some curling tutorials first. Shadow. I'm gonna burn this hair to a crisp. This is a little cheap wig I got from Amazon though, so I ain't too concerned about it. I just need it to last for the next 5 days. What's the day? Monday? Well, I need it to last for like the next 6 days. Okay, curl shouldn't take... What the fuck? Okay, let's try to curl it the other way. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it wasn't this direction. Girl. And I feel like I'm okay. Because this piece of hair is getting very, very hot. Curl, 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 curl. That hurts. You know what? I don't care. I'm going to keep this rod anyways. I'm just trying to add a little something to it. I'm not about to stress myself out. That's one thing. I went to esthetician school when I was younger. I should have went to hair school so I could have learned how to do hair. Because that's more, I mean, I don't know. Because I do still really enjoy skincare. But I feel like hair is a useful skill. I got student loans to become an esthetician and I have no desire to work in that field. I realized that I like the field like for personal gain, but to be a service provider was a no for me. Not about to be sitting there breaking my back up, waxing nobody, and doing facials. The money really as an esthetician is either like individually doing hair removal or being in the med spa. Yeah, I'm gonna do neither one of those. But on the bright side, I personally have really good skin. Ignore this. This is temporary. This is hormonal, but I just burned my neck. That's what I get for freaking bragging. Y'all, and then there's... How did I do it the first time? Am I okay? Like, am I actually okay? Oh, it's gonna leave a mark. It's okay. Clearly, this is not a tutorial because I don't know what I'm doing, but whatever. When you DIYing it, you just gotta try your best. Dang, and that's in my neck area. Maybe I put some bio oil on it. Won't be too bad after I shower. Alright, let me pay attention. Alright. I did something right this time. I should have had some clips to hold it into place, but it's okay. Honestly, on the day of the wedding, I'm gonna have to have Caitlin do something to my hair. Cause, child. But even I was talking to her this morning. She was talking about some of the hair she bought is a color and style that she's never worn before. Something that like she's unsure about. I'm like, why would you play like that on a wedding? And like, she's actually in the wedding. She's not the one getting married, but like, she's in the wedding. People play too much. Not even people. Youngest siblings play too much. They don't take life serious. She's doing whatever and telling me about her stuff, stressing me out. And girl. Should have had some music playing. It's getting a little better. And I feel like when I do the heatless curls, they're no big uniform. I actually have to split this because this is shorter than that. Say my name. Say my name. I wish Beyonce would have released her album when we all thought she was going to release it. Everybody kept saying, what was it, May 29th? May 29th. May 29th, she's releasing the album. May 29th came. Not a single, not an album, not an announcement, nothing. It was all looking stupid. And she probably was laughing because I know she'd be on social media. She got a burner account somewhere. She probably was laughing it up with her people. Like, look at these people thinking they're getting an album. Oh, that's gonna be so ugly. And then it's right where my necklace is. This is real. I've been wearing this, like, I never take this off. And that's gonna it's gonna make it look like it's from my jewelry, but really it's a burn mark. I've been having the urge. I want to get a second piercing in my ear. And I also low-key want a belly button piercing. I think that's like low-key a midlife crisis thing. But feel like if I want it, then I should just get it. What's the harm, you know? I think I'll do the ear first, and then like if it's not too much, then I'll do the belly button. I just don't know how it's gonna work with like me wearing my work clothes 3 days a week. I don't know. We shall see. I saw a couple of girls online who have bellies, who have piercings, and it's cute. Alright, let's do this side, and then we're gonna see what this is like. I know some girls, they'll spend a bag on some hair, but me, because I know I don't know what I'm doing, give me the cheap one. The cheapest human you got. The cheapest human hair. Not the cheapest human. I'm black, so that's fine to say, but we're talking about hair here. Black American, to be specific. Ooh-wee. Alright, now this side gonna be even more of a struggle bus because this is my non-dominant hand. And I feel like I'm not supposed to do that. After I do my hair tonight, I'm gonna walk my dog. We're gonna chill. The Love Island Casa More is tonight. Is technically started last night, but I didn't watch last night's episode, so I'm watching them both back to back. So that way I can see the boys and the girls. Ooh, I got scared. I was about to burn myself. So that way I can see the boys and the girls experience back to back, and I don't have to wait. I would wait until Wednesday when they don't show episodes, but I'm always on Twitter and TikTok, and people love to spoil stuff, so I'm gonna watch it. I usually watch Sunday nights episodes on Mondays anyways, because Sunday nights is when I watch Baddies and Baddies Gone Wild, and I have a strict bedtime of 10:30, so I don't be having time to fit Love Island into the mix on Sundays. And I feel like Baddies isn't something that I should be watching at work or like early in the morning, so I'd rather just watch it that night and then be through with it. Next time I curl my hair, I'm gonna definitely watch a tutorial to see how you're supposed to curl hair properly, because this ain't hitting on nothing. Every time I try to curl hair, I be looking a fool. And this video is probably going to be out after the 4th, but I'm off that Friday, and I know my friends, they be working so hard. We ain't even been talking on the phone. I wish they could come up here. Them girls been working hard. If you're trying to choose between hair school or mother freaker, choose hair school. Don't be like me. You could learn to wash your face off TikTok and Twitter chats. Enough tips and tricks out there. You could probably say the same thing for hair, but I feel like if you're gonna pay for it and actually get hands-on experience learning how to do hair as a woman, way more helpful. I will say, if I do end up having kids, and they want to go to, they say they want to do hair or something. I don't want to say I'm gonna force them, but like, you could do that, but you should get a regular degree too. Because one thing about the beauty business, the money is not steady. You could be up and then you could be down. And when you down, it's bad. It's real bad. I would say, like, have something to fall back on. It's not like back in the day. Everything is so ridiculously priced, and it's like, it's unrealistic to just say, well, I'll keep my prices low, because the type of clients you attract when you have very cheap prices that are outside of the norm is not the type of clients you're going to want to keep. I also, y'all, I'm kind of hoping. I applied for a job out in Chicago in my field. I kind of want it. Well, not even kind of. I definitely want it. I love Chicago. I fell in love with Chicago the first time I ever visited that city, and I've been wanting to be there ever since. And like, Chicago is just so beautiful, and I could imagine myself being there. And I was looking because the position, they don't offer relocation assistance, so I would be financially responsible for getting myself out there. But for Chicago, I would do it. I would literally like get on Pat Split and get a roommate until I could secure my own apartment. I mean, Poochie would be living that Chicago lifestyle. Chicago's so beautiful. That's like, that is the most beautiful city in the U.S. to me. Like, you ever just walk through the streets of a city and you were like, wow, I belong here. That's how I felt in Chicago. And when I was younger, I used to think I would feel that way about New York, but I went to New York. I actually strongly dislike New York. I would never live there. Visit, yes. Living, heck no. You ain't enough money in the world for somebody to have me living. New York is not my vibe, but Chicago, man, love Chicago. I love Charlotte. I love Seattle. I like Montreal. I'm not going to say I love it because I didn't get to explore when I was out there for real. But it was also very beautiful. I will say that. What's one city that I haven't been to that I do want to go to? I don't think there's like any. There aren't any other cities that like I have a strong interest in being in. I've never been to California before, and something about Lake Tahoe really speaks to me online. I would like to go there in person because I feel like I would like it. But also, I have a fear of living on the West Coast because, you know, they're supposed to have that big earthquake literally like any time now. And I'm just like, I don't want to be out there when it comes. I don't want to experience an earthquake. That's that's very spooky. It's the ground shaking and you can't do nothing but sit there and take it. Like, you can't protect yourself from an earthquake. Oh, I just curled this in a whole different direction. Again. No. I'm not even gonna spray that to set it. We're gonna redo that. You can get this off your mind. It's giving Farrah Fawcett curl inspiration. Not what I'm going for. a year from now, I want to be able to look back at this video and laugh. Be like, dang, you really did learn how to curl your hair. Like, and it's crazy because with my natural hair, like I've blown my hair out and I've done curls in it with a curling iron. Beautiful. With a wand curler. But something, I don't know, it's like my brain cannot compute with what's going on here for some reason. Okay. Oh, just sprayed my eyeball low key. Say my name, say my name. When no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running game. Okay. Now let's see. How is this going to look? I kind of wish I got a longer length now. Alright, don't... The ends... Because I was effing the ends up. But I think that's where the overnight curler will help. Alright, hey y'all, so my camera, it overheated, so I'm actually filming this on my phone right now. But, this is, like, this looks more put together than what I started with. Again, I'm gonna put, like, the little overnight curls in, and I got, like, a couple days to get this together, but I think I did a decent job. Like, the lace, I did a good job. Come on. For somebody who can't do hair, I think this looks okay. So, yeah, but thanks for chit-chatting with me. And like I said, subscribe. Leave a comment for anything that piqued your interest or like stood out to you that maybe I should talk about next time. And hopefully I'll see you on my next video. Bye.